Μετά από μήνες πρακτικής παράλυσης, ο κυβερνητικός συνασπισμός στη Γερμανία κατέρρευσε. Η πολιτική αστάθεια έρχεται σε μία περίοδο ιδιαίτερα κρίσιμη για τη γερμανική οικονομία, με την ύφεση πρώτων πυλών, χιλιάδες καλοπληρωμένες θέσεις εργασίας να απειλούνται και το παραγωγικό μοντέλο της χώρας να απαιτεί βαθιές μεταρρυθμίσεις. Αυτές ακριβώς οι μεταρρυθμίσεις ήταν το μείλον της έριδος που οδήγησε στην καρατόμηση του Υπουργού Οικονομικών Christian Lindner. Ωστόσο, μία οικονομική κρίση στη Γερμανία δεν θα απειλήσει μόνο την ίδια τη χώρα, αλλά το σύνολο της Ευρωπαϊκής Ένωσης, όπως τονίζει στο Euronews ο οικονομολόγος Τομπίας Στρόουμαν, ειδικός σε θέματα οικονομικής ιστορίας και συγγραφέας του βιβλίου 1931 «Χρέος, κρίση και η άνοδος του Χίτλερ».
Mr. Stróoman, thank you for this interview to Euronews Greek. We discuss just a few hours after the news that the German coalition has fallen and the Minister of Finances has been sacked. What does this practically mean for the German economy?
I think it has no immediate consequence for the German economy. Those are all long-term problems, structural problems. And in a way, it could even improve the state of the German economy because there are going to be elections. And then maybe we have a more stable government, because this government has always been, or was always kind of unstable, because they're so different, these parties, especially when we talk about fiscal policy.
Many say that Germany, 2 decades after, is becoming the Sigman of Europe again. Do you agree?
Yeah, that's not false, because there are structural problems for the German economy. I think energy prices are too high. This energy transition, I mean, I support the general direction, but you have to do it very well. Otherwise, you have a lot of economic costs. And I think the other big problem that German companies are complaining about is regulation. It's just too complicated, and the Germans have really a talent to make it very, very complicated to be formally absolutely correct, and I think they have overdone that.
Competitiveness is one of the main challenges that the German economy faces. We heard the ex-Minister of Finances talking about the need to enhance competitiveness and pursue structural reforms. And we understand that the news that Greece has introduced a 6-day week has been reproduced widely in Germany. Do you think it might be a tool that will be considered in the future to address labor shortage and increase competitiveness?
I'm skeptical. I don't think the labor market is the problem in Germany. People are well educated. I don't think so. It's really just more about costs, regulation costs, energy costs, and especially I think what's even more important is the timing and the speed of the energy transition. And I think all countries have to consider how fast they foster this transition. And costs that's the most pressing problem in Germany, not labor market regulation, I think.
So you see Germany taking steps backwards on this trajectory of the green transition?
Maybe not step backwards, but I think you have to have several horses. And I think especially the decision to shut down all the nuclear power stations, I think it was not a very good idea, because you need them until you have other energy sources for electricity. And I think things like that could be reconsidered, and I think that would be very good for Germany.
Given the current political situation in Germany, do you see the country actually having a strong government that will be able to pursue with all the reforms needed?
That's a very good question. I'm not sure about that, because the Christian Democrats, they will probably win the elections, but they're not going to have a majority. So they have to make a coalition, probably with the Social Democrats, maybe even with the Greens again, who knows. And then again, you don't have a consensus. So that's worrying, that there's maybe not a stable government afterwards, not much more stable than what we have already. And I think that's a problem for Germany, yes.
And if Germany stays in this stagnated situation, what does this mean for the rest of Europe and countries like Greece, for example?
It's very bad. I mean, I'm from Switzerland. We depend a lot on Germany. And when you look historically, a flourishing West Germany and then a reunited Germany was always very important for the welfare of Europe. So I'm very concerned about what's happening in Germany, and it's important that they find a consensus across all parties, what the priorities are, what's important, where can you make a compromise between the liberal forces and other forces. And I'm confident that they eventually will find a compromise, but there's still a long way to go.
The new administration in the United States, will it be an extra challenge for Germany and Europe as a whole? And we hear a lot about tariffs, a possible trade war. What's your estimate?
Yeah, well, we don't know exactly, but the plans are more tariffs. That's a very bad idea, I think. Not just for Europe, but also for the United States. And probably Trump will also put more pressure on Germany to increase defense budgets. So this narrows the room of maneuver for other investment projects, and Germany desperately needs public investment. So I think the times are getting harder with the Trump administration.
Thank you very much.